Right, Stephen here from Southwest Survival. What I'd like to say is thank you very much for tuning in again. You're probably getting bored and sick and tired of my PowerPoint presentations, but we need to do the theory side to put a bit of meat on the bones for when I do videos, when I'm outside doing practical. But hopefully you're getting some value so far from my previous videos. But today what we're going to talk about is grid references. I like most of my videos, they're not going to be no more than 10 to 15 minutes. So buckle up, get your notebooks and pens ready and tune in. So the aim of this lesson is to teach you how to give a 4-figure, 6-figure, 8-figure and a full grid reference. So that's what we're going to be going through today. So firstly, what we're going to start off with is the British National Grid, and I've talked a bit about this on a previous episode. I'll give you a little smidgen on it, but we're going to talk about it a bit more. So how is the British National Grid made? So what we've done, we've started off on the southwest of England and we finish at the northwest of Scotland. We do our easterns first, then we do our northerns, and it's broken down into 100 kilometre squares. So do you remember when we talked about it on a previous lesson when we were talking about maps? Your full grid references, you're using letters, 100k letters beforehand. This is where it comes from. And then going upwards, all in 100 kilometre squares. So that's how I broke the UK down for the BNG, British National Grid. So how do we give a 4-figure grid reference? Like so, we always give the easterns first. Now, people still struggle how to understand this. When they're giving easterns, people get mistaken because the lines are going facing up north. Alright, but how we look at it like this, alright? Imagine these lines, alright, your easterns, alright, you follow your numbers there, your easterns, but how you remind, alright, is just like, think of these as just bending the arrows, pointing that way, pointing towards the east. So that's how I think of it, so I never get lost, and we go along the corridor first and up the stairs when we are given a grid reference. So the easterns first, the numbers going that way first before the numbers going up. The lines going that way, imagine little arrows, bang, 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 all pointing towards the east. So we're going to give our easterns first. Then we're going to give our northerns, numbers going up, arrows going up, just think of them as arrows instead of straight lines. Easterns and northerns, along the corridor, up the stairs. So, if we were to give a 4-figure grid reference to this box here, where that grid reference is going to take you is to the bottom left-hand corner, and it's equated to, it means the whole grid. So we're going to go along the corridor first. It's going to be 04, all the way up, 17. 04, 17. Now let's think about this now. When would you really use a 4-figure grid? So when you would use this is for mainly saving time. So say you're near a mast, you need picking up, you've got a casualty, you've had someone who's been injured, you're next to that one mast in that grid square, you ain't got time to be given a 6-figure and 8-figure grid. You could just get on the phone to the air rescue and say, I'm on down or at grid 0417 next to the mast. There's only one mast in that grid square. That's when I'd really use a 4-figure grid. So that's how we use that. 0417, remember, always the easterns first before the northerns. And this is what we teach our soldiers along the corridor, going in through the door, along the corridor, and then up the stairs. So here's a few confirmations now. So get your notebooks and pens ready, and hopefully you can answer these before I give you the answer. So what I want you to do is give me a 4-figure grid to number 1 here. Now you can see your numbers going across 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13. Going upwards, your numbers are here. You've got 98, 99, 00, 01, 02. Give me a 4-figure grid to that. Write it down in your notebooks. 4-figure to number 2 and number 3. I'm going to leave this up now for a couple of seconds so you can start writing them down. Oh. So number 1 is, if you've already written it down, you should have got 0901. If you got that, let me know in the comments. Number 2 should be 0799. And number 3 should be 11 00. Let me know in the comments if you got them right. But that's how you give a 4-figure grid reference, and I'd only ever use it for one prominent feature in that grid. So I could say, if I was here now, or any of these, I could say, I'm at the, look at this one here, we can use this as an example, number 2. I could say, I'm at the Y junction, T junction, whatever you want to call it. I'm at the T junction in grid 0799. That's it. And if someone's come to rescue you, someone's come to pick you up, you've got a casualty, you ain't got time, you're treating a casualty. I'm at the T junction in grid 0799. Someone's gonna, the air ambulance are going to look at the map and come and save you. What we're going to move on to now is 6-figure grid references. So all we're doing with this 4-figure grid, so along the corridor 0417, all we're doing now is breaking this down into another tens. So all you're doing is this. So we want to get a 6-figure grid on this building. So as you can see there, we've just broke it down. You can imaginary this, right? You can imagine it and give a rough estimate. Alright, and a 6-figure grid is only accurate to 100 metres. A 4-figure grid is accurate to 1,000 metres. A 6-figure grid is accurate to 100 metres. Alright, you can estimate it, or you could use your compass and you can use the roamers on your compass, which I'll talk about in a bit. But on here, we need to go along the corridor still. So your 4-figure grid is 04. Now, we're going to break it down even more. So it's 042. That's your easterns. 173, your northerns. 042, because we broke it down. 173, and that's how we get a 6-figure grid. And like I said, it's only accurate to 100 metres. A 4-figure grid is 0417, accurate to 1,000 metres. A 6-figure grid is accurate to 100 metres. 042, 173. And that takes you, let's go back again, sorry. Jumping ahead of the gun again. That takes you to the bottom left corner of that square. It's accurate to 100 metres. So confirmations, get your notebooks and pens out. What I want you to do is give me a 6-figure grid to number 1. Number 2. And number 3. So I'll give you a couple of seconds now to work them out. This is quite hard if you're not using roamers. This is just guesstimate, alright? But like I said, it's only accurate to 100 metres. So we look at number 1 here. What I'd give as a guesstimate, because I'm not using a roamer, I would give him a 081. Because I'm going along the corridor, I'm doing Easton's first. 081, then I'm going up the stairs, 014. 081, 014, because I'm going up the stairs, and that's that. Let me know if you got that right. Number 2, I would do 099, 996. 099, 996. And number 3 will be 118, 004. 118, 004. And that's a guesstimate now. That's just looking and not using roamers. But let me know what you've got. Oh, and number 4. What can we do with number 4 here? Where are we? And number 4 will be 071, 071, 031. Along the corridor up the stairs. Right, what we're going to talk about now is a full grid reference. So I could give you a 4-figure grid, I could give you a 6-figure grid, but it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing unless you give a full grid reference, alright? Because you could give a 6-figure grid and it could be the same on all different maps. If I just said to you now, I am at grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it doesn't mean nothing. So this is why we give a full figure grid. So when we broke the British national grid down into 100 kilometre squares, we have letters beforehand. So here's what we're going to do now. Like we said, we break them down into our letters, and this is how we get a full grid reference. Because you could have grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all exactly the same, but uniquely identify where you are. You need your 100 kilometre letters in front of it. So if I said I'm at SW, Sierra Whiskey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know I'm in the southwest. Understand where I'm coming from? If I say I am at November Charlie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know I'm in the northeast of Scotland. So that's how we work it out. That's why we use a 100 kilometre letters. So where do you find these letters? I taught this on a previous lesson talking about a map, and when I went through the mnemonic DVAGs, data, value, age, GMA scale, and what you're looking for on the map. So how do we find our letters? In every ordnance survey map and military map, they're in light colours in every corner of your map. So when you're prepping your maps, just highlight them, because you might have a few 100 kilometre squares crossed over each other. So you might have different ones here to different ones there. So you need to know which 100 kilometres you're working on in your map. So get a highlighter pen and mark them all down. As you can see, I zoomed in a bit now. November, 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 October, November, Sierra, November, Tango. So that's 4 maps crossed over. So this way it can get a bit confusing. This way you can get it totally wrong if you're not looking for your 100 kilometre square letters. And this is how you get a full grid reference. So this way you should be highlighting these on your map. So wherever you're getting a grid reference from, you're putting your letters beforehand. Hopefully you're understanding that. If you're not understanding it, just write it down in the comments and I'll get back to you. So, as you can see here now, in the corner, this is where all 100 kilometres have come together. So this is where it gets a bit confusing, but you could be, if you were right in the centre of that, you could use any of them. But this way you need to keep on top of it. You need to be researching it properly, looking at your map correctly and highlight all these letters. So you're not getting lost, you're not getting confused. As you can see here, there's 4 maps. So a 6-figure grid on this map is going to be different in every part of the map. But that's where you'll find all your 100 kilometre letters. So make sure you study your maps correctly when you get your new maps and you're going on the ground. Make sure you thoroughly study it correctly so you're not getting the wrong grid references and you're going to the right areas on the ground. And that's that. Hopefully that makes sense for you. So if I was going to give a grid reference over this area, it's going to be November Oscar. So let's zoom in here now. So if I was going to give a 6-figure grid to this, not a 6-figure grid, I'm going to give a full figure grid. It's going to be November Oscar. Then I'm going to go along the corridor, November Oscar 191082. November Oscar 191082. And do you know what? This teaches you how to do it properly. It's actually on your map as well. The information is there on the map to read. So if you don't know how to do it, and I thought I'm not passing the information across to you properly, just read the information on your map. How to give a national grid reference to the nearest 100 metres. So first, you're going to read the letters identifying your 100,000 metre square in which the point lies. So what we just talked about then, it was November Oscar. Then you're going to quote your Easterns. Then you're going to quote your Northerns, and it's exactly that. But your information is there all over your map. Right, how do we give an 8-figure grid reference? So, like I said, a 6-figure grid is accurate to 100 metres. A 4-figure grid is accurate to 1,000 metres. An 8-figure grid is accurate to 10 metres. You can't give an 8-figure grid on a 1 in 50,000 map, because a 1 in 50,000 map is only accurate to 100 metres also. So if you're doing an 8-figure grid on a map, it's not going to be accurate. It's just wasting time. The reason why you can't give an 8-figure grid on a 1 in 50 map, because there's something called displacement. So on a 1 in 50,000 map, they'll move conventional signs round to fit another conventional sign on within 100 metres. So if you've got a phone box and you've got a post office next to each other, they'll move them apart within 100 metres to get both of them conventional signs on the map. So that's why a 1 in 50,000 map is only accurate to 100 metres, and you can't give an 8-figure grid on it. You can give an 8-figure grid on a 1 in 25,000 map. But all you're doing on a 1 in 25,000 map is you're breaking your segments down. So on your Romans, you'll use this on your 1 in 50 instead of guesstimating, which I was talking about before. On your Roman, on your compass, you'll have this segment 1 in 50, you'll use that, and that'll give you the 6-figure grid. On this one, you'll use the 1 in 25,000 map, use up to 10 again, that's going to give you a 6-figure grid. But what you do then, you break these graticals down. You guesstimate these, right? You break them down into 1/3 of tenths, and that's how you use it, and that's how you get an 8-figure grid. Right, summary, what we're talking about today is a 4-figure grid, a 6-figure, An 8-figure, a full grid reference. Alright, just remember the full grid reference is put on the letters before a 6-figure grid. A 4-figure grid is accurate to 1,000 metres. Just remember this. A 6-figure grid is accurate to 100 metres. An 8-figure grid is accurate to 10 metres, and a 10-figure grid is accurate to 1 metre. All we're doing is knocking a 0 off each time. You can't give an 8-figure grid on a 1 in 50,000 map because it's only accurate to 100 metres because of something called displacement. So that's a bit of the summary, and hopefully you got some value from that. Let me know what you think of this lesson. But like I always ask, thank you very much for tuning in. Take your time out to listen to some scouser on the screen, and hopefully you can understand me alright. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like, comment, share, and check me out on my Instagram page, my Facebook, my Twitter. I'm down at survival_stable. Like I said, thank you very much for tuning in. Stay safe and have a great day. See you all soon.